Alright, as you can see, I did get a new Atari Jaguar. If you watch my last video, I did show it off. But I was using a CD unit. Now I just have the Jaguar by itself. I'm going to show off some things about the system. Now, looking at the system, you notice it has a pretty cool Atari Jaguar logo right there. And it only has one button on the system. There is no reset button on this. Also, there's no flaps over the cartridge slot to protect the pins from dust. In the front of the system, you have two controller ports. You can actually add a multiplayer tab to this thing that you could buy, which allows you to have up to 4 players. On the back of the system, you have a typical RF, L and H, which I think is channel 3 and channel 4. This is your AV out port right here. It even says AV, because I know in a couple reviews that people show off, they say this doesn't have AV out. This actually supports AV, standard yellow, red, and white cables. It actually puts out stereo, and it supports VGA, so you can hook it up to a computer monitor. This is the DSP port, which I don't think was used. I'm not sure about that. And of course your power unit. That's enough for the system. So let's go on to the games and the controller. The controller looked like this. Some people think it's like the worst controller ever made, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's big enough, so if you have big hands, it fits pretty good. Now this controller, this is actually a re-release, where they raised the D-pad up pretty high. My first controller that I have, which is put away, the D-pad's flush with the controller. The buttons are actually gray, not black. See, they're all black. So I wonder if this is a re-release. And these buttons are actually kind of clicky. So I wonder if they fixed the problems. This one's not bad, but my other controller that I have is horrible. Because the D-pad's flat and you wind up hitting the side rail thing. Not bad though. Let me turn on my TV and I'll show you a couple games. Oh yeah, also the controllers, they have to have overlays for them, which I never use. This is for Cybermorph. Here, let me show you how they go. Or drop the controller and mess everything up. These little notches on the side there and there. And the overlay goes in like that. And then they tend to be a pain in the butt to get out, but this one actually just kind of bent the plastic up there, so it's not that hard. Or you can just get it and pull it to the side. There we go. Alright, let me grab a game in my collection. Now, there are a lot of games on the Jaguar that are bad. I mean, everyone's different though. There might be a game that I say is horrible and someone else on here is going to post a comment saying I love that game. Of course, I don't like Cybermorph. I think this is a horrible game. I'll show it off also. Why they made that game, I don't know why. Tempest 2000 is a great game. Alien vs. Predator, great game. Power Drive Rally, good racing game. Wolfenstein 3D. Raiden. They have a lot of good games. Oh, Iron Soldier, I'll show that off also. I'll show a good game and a bad game. First up, Cybermorph. For some reason my TV is really quiet. Now the whole point of the game is to look on the map right there and follow that little arrow to find these little yellow orbs. But I don't know. I never liked the game. The graphics are horrible. I mean, look at that. I think Star Fox was a better game. I don't think it is as bad as what people say. I mean, it's not the worst game ever made, but it is pretty bad. I mean, I wouldn't recommend getting this at all, unless, you know, it came with the system like mine did. Mine came with the game and the box and everything. Now here's a pretty good game in my opinion. Iron Soldier. It's also really cheap on eBay. I mean, I've seen Iron Soldier go for a couple $. Another cheap game is Checkered Flag, which is, if you've played Virtua Racing for the Genesis, it's just like that, except the graphics might be, you know, like a little bit better, but the frame rate's pretty bad on the Jaguar. Oops. Let me turn up the sound. I guess that might help. And then here you select your weapon. You unlock more weapons through the game. I like this game because I think back when I used to go to GameStop and they had the Jaguar, I always thought it was kind of cool how you can go through the town and stop on buildings and see your legs below you. I don't know, I thought that was really cool. Go through a town just destroying and shooting up helicopters. Really great game. I actually wish that they re-release this for other consoles. And the frame rate's not too bad. This is overall, I think, a pretty good game. Despite the graphics being kinda not the best, not top-notch. So yeah, overall I don't think the Jaguar was that bad of a system. I think like any other system it had some good games and bad games, but I think the Jaguar just had too many re-releases. Oh, another game that's good for Jaguar is Doom. I think it's pretty good. No, a lot of people complain that there's no music in the game, but I don't know, I like it. So yeah, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll make another video soon.